Amber.
And I'm Jocelyn.
And we're here to see if Tiara can deactivate her social media for 36 hours. Okay, Tiara, whenever you're ready.
Just want to say goodbye, Snapchat. I am deleting my Snapchat for 36 hours, and my Twitter and my Instagram. Chat story. And after it says, I'll be deleting all social media for 36 hours. It said, oh my gosh. Just now, hands are a little shaky. Oh, jeez. What does that mean? It's done. All my Snapchat gone. All my social media 36 hours. I'll be okay.
2 hours later.
So my friend right next to me is currently on her Snapchat. It's making me feel really upset because I can't be on it. Now I have to pay attention in class. Any words you have to say, Sam?
No.
Such a good friend. So it's right before soccer practice, and typically this is where I'm catching up on all the stuff I missed throughout the day. Yeah, no Snapchat, no Instagram, no Twitter. Twitter's killing me. Twitter and Snapchat, those hurt in here. Don't know what to do now. It is 9:35. It's almost been 12 hours since I've had my social media deleted from my phone. I think I'm doing alright. I never realized how much I needed or would think about going on my Snapchat. I will say it has helped me not be so distracted. I'm not constantly looking at my phone. And now I'm able to start my homework, where typically this would be the time where I'd check my Twitter or probably post something dumb on my Snapchat. It is 8:44. I have about 2 more hours till I get my social media back. I will say I'm kind of annoyed with myself because I didn't realize how much I actually use it in my daily routine, and I'm always on it, and that kind of really sets a tone. I currently would be on it right now. I'm doing my homework. I will say it just kind of, I realize that it makes me really distracted, but not too distracted. I feel like I manage my time. I don't know, I just really want it back. I cannot wait. Ha! 2 more hours.
Overall, how do you think this went?
The whole having no social media was kind of didn't realize how much it affected me. I'm not really on Instagram as much as I used to, and I was actually really fine with that having Twitter, but the whole Snapchat was kind of whoa, I'm on that a lot. I don't know, it was kind of really opened my eyes to, in the sense of how much I'm actually on it. When the time came for me to have my social media back, I instantly, first thing I downloaded was my Snapchat, and I checked everything. I was I missed so much. That one, I was whoa, that was kind of weird.
Would you ever do this again?
If I had the choice, I probably would. I like to challenge myself. I wouldn't say that it completely made me able to concentrate more, because I really think that my social media helps me concentrate, because it's if I do this, I will be on the social media. But if I had to do it again, I probably would. Maybe a little longer, even though 32 hours was a lot for me. I still want to push myself, because I just challenge myself in that way.
Well, it looks like the experiment was a success.
Now let's see how many other people can do it. Let's take a look at our school statistics.
On this segment of 148 feet, we're going to be getting to know Officer Hadley, the resource officer here at SHS. What was your favorite sport playing in high school?
I did football, basketball, I kind of did track. I would say between football and basketball, I didn't really have a favorite. I enjoyed doing both of them.
Being alum of SHS, what was your favorite Golden Warrior moment?
I would say my favorite Golden Warrior moment was probably my junior year when we won the sectional championship for basketball.
Okay. What was your first car?
My first car was a 1997 Pontiac Grand Am GT.
Being an officer, like what inspired you to do that? Did you know when you were younger or older?
When I was younger, I had my dad's best friend was a police officer, and I always thought that was pretty interesting, and I always wanted to do that when I grew up.
For this edition of Athlete Swap, we'll be taking softball pitcher Jamie Eilers and tennis player Dylan Nitz to see who performs better in each other's sport. I'm here with freshman tennis player Dylan Nitz and softball player Jamie Eilers. Dylan, how do you think you're going to perform against Jamie's pitches?
Well, when I was a little kid, and this was such a long time ago, I used to play t-ball, okay? And I was a stud on the team, let me just tell you. I was fast, because I was a little kid, and little kids aren't fast, so I was decently fast, and I was quite good at t-ball. And then I went on to coach pitch, I think that's what you call it,
yeah.
And I wasn't as good, okay? I'll tell you that. But let me just tell you, I don't lose competitions, I win them or I quit them. So what I will tell you is that I'm probably going to do fantastically, tremendously well. And if I don't, then I'll just say that it was all against me, skewed against me, because honestly, I'm amazing. So I think I'm going to do fantastically well. And when it comes to tennis, it's not even going to be close, believe me. So that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, good. Jamie, how do you think you're going to do against Dylan's serves?
You know, I've never even heard that name, so he can't.
Well,
be
she
that
must not
good.
get around that much, because
So he can't be that good, and he's a freshman. Yeah, so.
you know, that's what makes me special, let me just tell you, because I'm young, I'm dumb, but I'm also good at tennis. Let me just tell you, I'm fantastic at tennis, and I'm going to do well at softball, okay?
All right, let's take it to the test.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
In this segment of Athlete Swap, Dylan Nitz should stick to his tennis, as Jamie Eilers should probably stick to softball. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Bailey.
I'm Amber. And I'm Madeline.
Currently, there are renovations happening at Sterling High School.
So we're here to give you the renovation rundown.
The renovations to the stadium are starting this week, actually, because of the weather or moving things up. The goal is to have all the renovations completed by August 1st. We're renovating now because over the last few years, as engineers have come to check our school at the start of every school year and throughout, they also check all of our athletic facilities, and there's been consistent concern about structural repairs that need to take place in the stadium. And because of the structural repairs, we also need to update the stadium to meet American with Disabilities Act code, which means adding a switchback so people with wheelchairs or handicaps could get into the stadium seating more easily, widening the stairs to add railings, all things that need to be done to meet the code if a stadium was built today. So the combination of the structural concerns by the engineers and the need to adapt it to meet the American with Disabilities Act has led us to complete the stadium renovations at this time. Some of the biggest changes you probably won't notice are the underneath of the stadium will be all fixed, all the piping, all of the cement underpinnings of the stadium will be fixed. The ones you will notice is concession stand will kind of be remodeled and made a little bit cleaner. Bathrooms will be enlarged. Where the current first floor bathrooms are now will become all women's bathrooms, so like really doubling that in size, and then we'll add new men's bathrooms. Even though bathrooms in ramp A will be redone, aisles will be larger, brand new press box, a switchback, and then one of the things that you'll notice the most will be the front of the stadium will become brick to match the rest of the high school buildings. So it really ties in more to our campus.
I think the stadium renovations obviously will impact football season. I think the atmosphere will be a little bit different. The first season with the new stadium is obviously going to be a lot more fun for us and for the fans. I also think renovations will affect Friday night relays, which won't be me specifically, but the atmosphere of that will change. I don't know if it'll be better or worse, but I think they'll make an impact everywhere. It's interesting to see how things will change around here. If you had to renovate anything, I'd probably request a baseball field on campus. That or just a nicer baseball field, because our baseball field's kind of trash. And even though we deal with it, I think we could probably do something behind the stadium to improve that. I mean, yeah, we use it for football practice, but that's a big space. We could put something, or which I know it's in the plans, in the next few years there's going to be that new complex over by Chandler, so I think that'll be really nice too. Yeah, definitely. I think SHS is a great school. We always have new things coming and old things going, and there's a lot of advances we make here, obviously with the MacBooks. We have one of the best campuses around. I mean, you look at high schools around here and they don't look anything like ours, and I think it's just we're really lucky to have what we have, and yeah, these renovations will definitely be a positive impact on everyone.
I think it will affect it because, especially at like the Sterling Night relays, spectators aren't really going to be able to watch the finish unless it's from a distance, because I mean the finish is right by the stadium and they can't be there, and so I feel like we'll be coming down the straightaway and it'll just be like cricket, cricket, cricket. It'll just be awkward and not as exciting, or we won't be as pumped up, I think. I would make escalators, because a lot of times walking up the stairs is like so tiring, especially now that we don't have backpacks and we have to carry all our books, and like I get really out of breath walking up the stairs and take a minute to like catch my breath and, you know, put my hands on my head. And I think that escalators would really benefit everybody. I guess long term, yeah, for people who will be here next year, but for the seniors it's kind of disappointing, especially for track people and soccer, because I mean, where is everyone going to sit, and where do we go for graduation? You know, you always picture, you know, having graduation out there and facing the big stadium, and it's just not going to be like that, and it'll be different, but it'll be good for people coming in next year.
As amazing as Sterling High School is, they just keep improving it.
Can't wait to see what they do next.
Many high school students rely on their parents for their money.
There are many part-time jobs in the Sauk Valley area for people and students who are in need of money. The common concern is, will I have enough time? Will it interfere with my sports and schoolwork and my daily routine?
We have gathered full-time students and students who have part-time jobs to see how they handle their workload.
And what do you do?
I work at the Duo Center. I'm actually a gymnastics coach, so I coach levels like preschool all the way through my advanced tumbling class.
I work for a farmer in Polo. I do everything that basically he doesn't want to do, so I'll clean cabin pens or mow hay, that type of stuff. A little bit more of the manual labor type stuff where he drives the tractors and does all that fun stuff. So.
I just kind of have a pretty set schedule. I just get up in the morning and I go to school, and then I go to practice, and then I go to work, and then I come home, and basically that's when I sit down and do my homework. And if it takes until like several hours in the morning, that's how long it takes, and it's just kind of what happens. You just have to be willing to go for it.
Well, you learn how to manage it a little bit more efficiently. When you get done with work or practice, you just come home and do your homework instead of going and watching TV or playing around on your phone or something. You just have to get it done around the time.
I would basically say that you have to pick a job that's right for you, and you have to be willing to work with what hours you have at school and what hours your job wants you to have, because sometimes it's demanding and you have to just kind of put forth the effort, because it's not hard. You just have to not be so demanding on what you do and kind of what happens.
The sooner you get a job, the more money you'll have, and that's going to help you out later in life. If it's not something you don't want or you want to do, then don't do it. But I don't know, I like my job, so it's easier to manage the time than if I didn't want to do it.
There are many jobs in Sterling Rock Falls area that are accepting applicants, like Subway in Rock Falls, the YMCA, Westwood, and Peakster Ranch. There are also jobs that you can do at home, like being a survey taker. If you are interested in any of these jobs and would like to look for some, go to the website below.